My name is Angela Babb. I live in Hackney, London, and I am part of ATD Fourth World and of GRIPP. We want to share with you what we are telling the United Nations Committee on Economic, Social and Cultural Rights on behalf of all people in poverty across the UK. All of us speaking on behalf of GRIPP with lived and living experience of poverty. This means that we are struggling personally with legal and moral injustice, homelessness and damage to our health, well-being. Several of us have been refugees or people seeking asylum. We know what it feels like to claim social security, which means lack of choice, lack of control and lack of privacy. We know what it feels like to always be playing catch up with no freedom to say no, with feelings of constant dread, constant worry and going without. We know what it feels like to cope with constant financial insecurity because benefits don't meet even the most basic of needs. We know what it feels like to be continuously judged by the state for every aspect of your life. We are blamed for our ill health and for not working, for our broken families and for our poverty, which in fact it is the state which is denying us those rights. I just experienced to never listen to it's not valued as experience, it's spoken of as something to be ashamed of.
Okay. My name is Taliah, and I live in Orkney, in the north of Scotland. I am a part of ATD Fourth World and of GRIPP, the Growing Rights Instead of Poverty Partnership, and we want to share with you what we are telling the United Nations Committee on Economic and Social and Cultural Rights on behalf of all people in poverty across the UK. We feel treated as less than human. We feel unworthy of living, like our presence is a burden. We learn to live in fear. We learn to live with the stigma of handouts. We experience trauma at the hands of social services who are meant to be supporting us. We are taught to be grateful, and we learn to be silent. Why isn't lived experience part of policy-making processes? We are the people who face these issues, and we know how the systems work, because we've lived through them. Our first-hand knowledge shows gaps in these systems and points towards practical solutions. Our experience can prevent policymakers from making more mistakes. And even though we are fighting battles on every front, regardless of the cost, regardless of the challenges, since 2022, we have gathered time and again because to us this work is critically important. The review of the UK by the Committee on Economic, Social and Cultural Rights is our chance to come together, speaking together directly from our communities. We want to hold our government to account by asking for our basic human rights.